Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, May 21st, and I wanted to just give a quick progress update on where we're at with Sway. So, as you've seen in other videos, including this video, our actual platform works with our own prototype and the Muse, and that has come a long way, and that's at a point that we're very happy with. So we're not doing so much work on that side of things, like on the software side. The main work right now is we've redesigned our PCBs, and we're placing an order for more of those, though they'll have a few week lead time. So we're waiting on that. And then once we get that back, basically the whole idea with that stage is it's still not miniaturized to actually go into classes, but we'll have our electrodes mounted on my frames and then the PCB in its own little enclosure. And basically the goal with that isn't to sell it and actually deliver it to you guys. But the idea is that in order to get our product to the point where we're actually selling that, and we've had a number of you guys actually sign up for the waitlist, which is awesome. And if you're interested in that, you can just do that on our website. It should be linked in the description. Basically, we know we're gonna need to raise some money to actually get this into production and get the product commercialized. So that's our next steps. And we're looking to make that happen by later this summer or early in the fall. And basically the main things that we want to do is we need to validate our prototype and just show that actually working with the app, instead of basically be able to replace what we're doing with Muse with our device and our form factor. And another thing is we've based our product off of a bunch of research that's out there, but we need to really aggregate that and synthesize that into a format that is digestible for investors, potential users, and even for us. So we're writing actual reports and synthesizing all that research and outlining future research that we want to conduct ourselves. And the other pillar of what we're doing is further validating our market, our problem, and our potential users. So we're talking to people, conducting user interviews, doing research across things like even like Reddit. Reddit's a gold mine for seeing what kind of problems people have and what they're talking about. So that's what we're doing right now. It's been kind of, usually I'm like a head down coding guy, so this is a lot different for me to take a step back and do lots of these more like higher level things, but completely necessary things for actually validating this as a business and a product that we actually want to sell to a lot of people. So every time I go to use our web app with the Muse, now I'm running it locally and running all of our servers locally. I use like our message queue, our different backend services, and then obviously just running the Next.js front end locally. But basically, we're going to be processing a lot of data even right now, just with like one user. We have to process a lot of data. There's very heavy like raw signal processing and everything. Obviously we'll do a lot of that on device because we're going to have two modes. There's streaming mode, which is what you typically see when I'm in a session here. You can see the nice graph and everything, where we're just taking the raw EEG biosignals from the device and we're processing that across our distributed architecture. But we're also going to have the more passive modes where I can walk around with my glasses on that are collecting data all day, and we process a lot of that on the device, and then we dump that whenever you connect to your phone, laptop, whatever. So we set up this like scalable infrastructure, and we have it all deployed within AWS, and I was very happy with that until that AWS bill hit. And so right now, where we haven't released, we don't actively have people testing. I've just shut down all of our servers and I just run it locally when I want to use it. So saving some money, we'll have some money someday. But for now, getting scrappy. Someone mentioned in my last video that I had a lot of focus on like more so gym and lifestyle stuff and less on the startup and like technical details. And I would love to start sharing more technical details, and I definitely will going forward. And you guys feel free to just like comment whatever, let me know whatever you want to see, what kind of details you want me to go into, whether that's the tech stack, the process, or more so just like documenting technical things that I'm working on and showing how it's going. So super happy to do that across the software side of things, hardware, or just overall product. So yesterday, as I was getting ready for today, winding down, planning and everything, I just thought about something that I wanted to kind of cover in this video, and that's preparation and planning. So I think about it this way. I plan my days daily, but I'm not a daily planner. And what I mean by that is I've fallen into this trap a bunch. I fell into this trap 2 weeks ago and had to overhaul everything. But basically, you need to have like forward vision and then backwards planning, rather than every night when I go to plan my day, I'm racking my brain over the millions of things that I know need to get done. And then I pick a few things. And then when I go to do those things, I can't even focus and be consistent on those things without kind of weighing out in my head, because I'm already thinking that there might be other more important things I'm forgetting about. There's many different things I need to be doing at the same time. So instead, I look at where do I need to be in 2 months from now, what needs to get done, and then literally week by week work backwards from there and write it all out like 2 weeks or 2 months in advance. And you can go even further with that. But right now, a few months works great for me, because then, say it's the week of May 19th, whatever, I can go to that week, and when I go to plan my day, I can see this whole bank of activities that I need to do and get done, and I can pull in things on a daily basis like that, and I can see ahead of time whether I'm on trajectory to hit my targets. So it really alleviates that feeling of like I'm not doing enough and I'm not heading in the right direction, because you literally pick your direction, map out the steps, and if you're doing them, when you pull them in, you are on your way there. So I know that seems like common sense, like that's something you hear all the time, something I did forever, but it's so easy to let it slip. And like just taking the time to, like, for me, I felt a little overwhelmed after like jumping into work and everything and still trying to do all this stuff on the side. I went for like an hour and a half walk, no music, no phone, no nothing, and just take some time to like reevaluate your systems and your processes. now. Had a nice push day this morning. Bench is actually feeling, I want to run people over at the crosswalk. But I was saying, bench was feeling really good. Been getting more calories in, pushing bench a little heavier. Was able to do 3 sets of 3 with 275 today, and then just did a max set with 2 plates. So it felt really nice, and then got some breakfast in me. 2 scoops of beef protein powder, 2 packets of oatmeal, some almond butter, some frozen fruit, and whole milk. So have that basically every morning. And now I'm just driving to work for 10 hours in the office today. And then after that, I have a meeting with Just Jackson to go over some more of our high-level strategy relating to our timing for looking for investment and the things we want to have in mind for then. And Matt is running around Europe right now for 2 weeks, so he is getting a nice, well-deserved break. He's been putting in insane work on our hardware, and it's crazy seeing that actually come to fruition. While I'm driving here, I want to see if I can turn it around. That, I don't know if you can see it, that black building over there, Savannah and I just signed a lease on that. So in September, we will be moving in there. Pretty excited for that. Yeah, I've been listening to, I'm sure a lot of you people listening or watching these videos, a lot of you guys watching these videos are probably familiar with Nick Bear. If you're not, he is the founder of VPN Supplements and a hybrid athlete and someone that I just really look up to. I've been listening to his podcast and specifically his series on building the brand, where he recounts his story from 2012, starting his company in his college dorm room, all the way until now in 2025. And just hearing his journey and the approach he took, and just being able to relate to that, where he has started his company and he has all these big aspirations and vision for it, but he has so much else going on in his life. And for him, that was full-time in the Army, also wrapping up school and just dealing with all those responsibilities. And for me, that is also wrapping up school, working my full-time job, and just trying to balance all of that. And sometimes it gets pretty tough, but it's nice to be able to just see it fully laid out and fully relate to it. Makes it so much easier, and just lets you know you're on the right track, and just consistently putting in the work, being prepared, planning out long term, working that backwards into your schedule will go a long way, and you can really end up where you want to go in the long term. As for my work day today, I'm in office, and it's been this job is the perfect one to have while I have a bunch going on outside, because it's bigger company, government, military stuff. So in the team that I'm on, it's great. I can pick the latest tech stacks. I can work on basically whatever I want. But the timelines are still kind of drawn out compared to what I'm used to. There's lots of structure, which if that was my only thing that I was doing, I didn't have Sway, YouTube, school on the side, I would a little more opportunity for creative pushes and stuff like that. But it's very nice having this structure and being able to still hone my skills in programming. But at the same time, it doesn't burn me out. It leaves a bunch of creativity in the tank to flow directly into Sway and our product and what we're building. So I also, it's pretty laid back. I have a few meetings, I have daily stand-ups every day, and then basically I don't get messaged most of the time for the entire day. I have tasks I need to get done. I can sit down. If I'm at home right now, I can slap on the Muse headband and use the Sway app to track my focus and just lock in and get a bunch of work done, which is just it's so nice compared to just getting messages left, right, and center across things. It allows you to just really relax and not be so drained from these work days. Yeah, so it's good. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I don't know if it would be a great long-term career fit for me, but at this stage of my life, it is exactly what I needed. That being said, 10-hour days, especially 10-hour days in the office, are long, but it's totally worth it for that 3-day weekend I get where I'm able to just fully close the work laptop, put that away, and switch my mind over to building Sway. And that has proved pretty good so far. I'm able to make very good progress. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll see where we can get in the coming months, but I have very high hopes. Lunch day, 1 ham and cheddar, 2 ham and cheddars, ciabatta bun,
Tim Hortons,
chili, and wedges. So it is 6:48. Just left the office, crossing the bridge now. Got my trusty post-work apple, because I crashed pretty hard when I haven't had food for a little while, so need something to pick me up for the drive. Yeah, these 10-hour days are pretty long, but it's worth it. So I'm getting back, gonna have a bite to eat, and then I'm having a quick meeting with Jackson to go over some things and plan our next week.